M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cleveland Browns. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The reigning league MVP Lamar Jackson trotting onto the field and leading the way now in his 3rd season in the National Football League as this Baltimore offense gets set to go.
We've had dual-threat quarterbacks in the NFL in the past, and we've had some really good ones. But I don't know if we've had one quite like Lamar Jackson. Led the league in touchdown pass with 36 last season. Set the all-time record for rushing yards in a single season for a quarterback at over 1,200 yards. And he led his Baltimore Ravens to a 14-2 regular season mark. Best in the NFL. The sky is the limit for Lamar Jackson.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. But that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Oklahoma product Baker Mayfield trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense.
And I think Baker Mayfield has had a tremendous offseason getting ready for this one because he put the focus squarely on football and cut out a lot of the peripheral stuff. Just focused in on being the best quarterback and leader for his Cleveland Browns team. And now all he has to do, take care of the turnover issues of last year. 21 interceptions he threw, 2nd most in the NFL.
Pretty move. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. But you might remember Nick Chubb. He had a heck of a game last year in Week 4 in what turned out to be a 40-25 Browns win over these Ravens. He finished with 165 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Of course, never fear for the Ravens, though. After that loss, they went on a run. They would win their next 12 in a row to finish the regular season at 14-2. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 6. And the Browns first down.
Mayfield down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. Mayfield to his new target, Hooper, for a Cleveland first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. They'll run with Chubb. And the Browns are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I don't think...
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. But Charles, you take a look at the draft class for this offense. It's highlighted by a first-round pick who provides a much-needed boost to their offensive line.
And you and I both know it's the kind of pick that doesn't often get a fan base really excited. But I know who is excited. Their quarterback. He won't get hit as much, and that should improve the rest of the offense as well.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Baltimore first down as Jackson finds more there. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his left. Now he'll pull it down. An injured player on the field. Oh, boy, is that who I think it is? Yeah, that's Lamar Jackson. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. To throw again on second down. Griffin. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Andrew Sendejo swoops in for the sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. To throw is RG3. And he's going to go down again. Larry Ogunjobi. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target. And now it's third down.
Third down and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead, it just brings up fourth down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
The Ravens
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Browns 7, Ravens nothing.
A first throw for the backup Griffin. And his first throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. But now it'll be third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. With a man with a big new contract, Myles Garrett, in there to take him down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we remind you, lots more to come here in this opening weekend of the Return to Football 2020. Coming up later tonight, it's the national debut of SoFi Stadium in Southern California. The Cowboys and the Rams doing battle there. And then two more to finish off the week on Monday Night Football. The Steelers and Giants from MetLife Stadium and the Titans and Broncos from Mile High. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Mayfield now from the 50. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. Players spotlight time now. Robert Griffin III. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit, think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even a quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 7-yard line.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Griffin. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run with Edwards. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Griffin. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
That's good.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
25-yard line.
Griffin going to keep it himself. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And oh, it'll be intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit, accelerating, and off he goes. The 30, the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
Seibert on for the PAT.
Point after.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The return man, Chris Moore. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
2nd and 10 now. Griffin. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
There's Myles Garrett forcing another offensive lineman to yell, look out, to his quarterback as he ends up putting him on the deck. 30.5 sacks in his first 3 seasons. Easily one of the best 3-down defensive ends in the NFL.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
When they got off the field on 3rd down, an excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now Landry. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards the pickup there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Steven Sims, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Justin Tucker.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Hunt. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play. First down.
A gain of 15.
Nice grab there by Kareem Hunt. It's going to be fun to watch him expand his game here in 2020. Versatile in the passing game, can carry it on the ground as well. Remember, he only played about half the season in 2019. 37 catches and a touchdown during that time. He's going to find more snaps this year and really expand this offense.
32.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Complete to
Taywan Taylor there to make the grab. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
makes the score. Browns.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Chris Moore returning it. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The line of scrimmage.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
On second down, it's Edwards. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Wilson on the tackle.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has a total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future bright. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Browns shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun. Griffin, quick slant to Brown. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
First and
Marquise Brown coming off of a solid rookie season, 46 catches, 584 yards, but he was never 100% in his rookie year. As head coach John Harbaugh talked about the foot injury that he played with throughout the season. Now they expect him to be 100% healthy, and when so, they'll see more of those plays that had everyone calling him Hollywood in college.
6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Griffin. The Browns D locked in on third down, brings up fourth.
The scoreboard tells a story for them a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished second in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And
that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
First down, Browns.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he is all the way up past the 25. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Throw here to Andrews, the tight end. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, trying to get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Separating from the gun. Griffin. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. And this is caught. He hits more. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Chris Moore, 58 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
Justin Tucker.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I would be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your head.
Ya me lo están poniendo de pie. Me voy a cagar en su puta madre.
Take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And that will be incomplete.
¡Qué rabia, tío!
Excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got some space here. It's a foot race. 30. Past the 20. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Joder puta. Vete a la puta mierda, hijo de perra.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Still 4th down.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, put the onus on the defense.
Hijo de puta, cómo me ha rodeado para allá, cabrón.
What are they going to do to stop you?
Estamos otra vez, mano. ¿Cómo me está costando,
It's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
Cuadrado.
Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well. And now it's incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 40 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. He pushes forward and comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Short of the goal line.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
They'll try again with Chubb. And this time he is in. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 34-yard line. From the gun, Griffin. Caught by Snead over the middle.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard, your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Griffin, that's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's going to find his receiver, Chris Moore. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Griffin. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Chris Moore was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Griffin. This will be caught just inside the 10. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Throwing again, Griffin. His pass caught at the 4. This is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And again, it's Chubb. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Cleveland, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.